Hey guys, Twist08 here with my review of Spider-Man 2 for the PC. Spider-Man 2 is an action-adventure game developed by Activision. First thing I want to show you guys in this review is check out those face models. Aunt May, you can barely even tell that's a person. And as you can tell from Peter Parker's eyes, it's almost as if he is a little doll. But, skipping this, I guess, oh, that's right, I can't skip cutscenes. Oh, and they get very annoying, and there are a lot of them. Here's a full motion cutscene, supposedly. Almost looks as bad, just a little bit better, but boy, it's right down there. There's the evil Doc Ock, and he is attempting to take over the bank with wits, I guess. Um, yeah, so let's skip past that. Okay, first off, I want to start with the gameplay of Spider-Man 2. What you're going to be doing in Spider-Man 2 is racing around an open-ended city, and when it's not open-ended, you're going to be doing something like this, running around a enclosed building type thing, webbing enemies and saving good guys. Um, this all could work very well if it was actually fun to do any of this stuff. But I mean, we're talking the most simplest action you can think of, and the prisoners don't have any personality whatsoever. It's if there's any place that Spider-Man 2 does any well at all, it's going around the city, webbing around the city, and that doesn't even work. That's boring. That's stupid. There's nothing to do. Spider-Man 2 for the PC uses more of an objective system than the Xbox and PS2 type versions. So that's a huge downfall because there's really no point to free roaming. All free roaming does is take you from place to place and take you to your objectives. But there's nothing to do in the middle. You can't save your friends. You can't do anything like that. It's boring and dumb. Um, One of the big problems with Spider-Man 2 for the PC is they pretty much completely made a different game than the Xbox and PS2 versions. And they pretty much made this game kid friendly, hugely kid friendly, like kid friendly boring. Like, this is one of the worst games that kids can play nowadays. I bought this game on startup for 30 bucks, and it was actually the only game I had ever spent full price for. Yes, I know, very surprising. But believe it or not, this was the worst game I've ever bought. Well, right up there with Close Combat. Um, the story, well, the controls in Spider-Man 2 are fine. It's a WASD, right and left mouse click. Sometimes the camera can get in the way, but that doesn't happen very often. It usually works pretty well. So that is a place where the game doesn't completely suck. Um, the story mode attempts to mimic that of the movie. It doesn't do a very good job though. As you could see, the full motion cutscenes are boring, and you don't want to watch them, and you can't skip them, and that in that manner, it doesn't work very well at all. Um, but overall, the story it actually branches out into some of the comics of Spider-Man 2. It goes to some of the there's one like cat like puma it's called that you can fight, and you get to fight Mystique and or Mysterio, excuse me, and some of those guys. It's actually doesn't help the story at all, and it's still incredibly boring. So on to the next thing, the graphics of Spider-Man 2. This game is maybe a year old, and it looks like it's 10 years old. The graphics of this game suck, and there's really no textures to speak of. It's just a nasty looking game. When you're going around the city at free roaming, you're gonna think the graphics completely suck. It looks terrible, and you won't even want to free roam. If you want to play this game at all, you'll want to beat the whole mission as fast as possible so you don't have to see these nasty, disgusting graphics. But anyway, oh, and also it runs perfect on every system ever made. So that's a plus. Um, this game sounds worse than Close Combat. If you've seen that review, I pretty much dropped Close Combat a million points for the sound. It was the most generic game ever. This one's right up there with it. Very generic sound, very boring. There's nothing special about the sound, nothing to comment on, nothing to be happy about, just boring, stupid. So it's the downside. The value of this game, if you can actually get through the game, you're going to get about 7 hours of value. The problem a major problem I had was I had to actually cheat through the game due to the fact that when I got about halfway through, there's one level where it glitched up for me, and I couldn't get past the thing. It was like I was supposed to shoot an enemy with my web in order to make a bridge, and the enemy didn't do anything when I shot him. It screwed up, and it was a failure. um, it didn't work at all. So if you can actually get through the game without having to cheat through it, maybe 7 hours. That's the best you're going to find from this game. There's absolutely zero multiplayer factor. Not that anyone would even want to play this game multiplayer. It's boring enough as it is, let alone if you're a bunch of thugs trying to shoot at each other in the multiplayer match. And nobody would play and it would be boring. So that's a plus, actually, believe it or not, that they took out the multiplayer. It's lacking and it just won't work. This game is no fun. If you've played games where um, you don't mind having it look 50 years old and you don't mind um, the gameplay to suck huge amounts of crap, um, well then, and like this, the camera really sucks right there. But overall, the fun factor is lacking in this game. Unless you're a 2-year-old who has nothing to do but play crappy games, um, you would rather pick up something else. You wouldn't want to pick up Spider-Man 2. It just sucks. Okay. Overall, Spider-Man 2 gets a measly 4. Um, oh, and here's another thing. Here's some super thugs with shields attempting to attack a super thug with shields, and they fight like super slow. And then when they actually die, I get like a huge health, so you can like live forever in this game. But anyway, overall, like I said, 4.0. This game is really bad, hugely kid friendly, and even as a kids game, Lego Star Wars is better. A lot of games are better. This game lacks in every desirable fashion, and it's retarded. The camera, the gameplay, the graphics, the sound, just overall terrible game that I wasted $30 on. I don't waste $20 on. I wasted $30 on because I gained no value out of this game. So, remember, for more honest, in-depth video reviews by real gamers, check out the review section over at softhardware.net. And I hope you enjoyed my review of this horribly sarcastic game. And I'll see you guys next time.